Hey guys, welcome to your third video of training. So we just got explained what forming is. That's kind of having a conversation with somebody. So you haven't even talked to them about Beachbody yet, unless they brought it up. Maybe they've asked you about what you're doing. Maybe they're not sure, but they're kind of getting an idea. You've got some health and fitness stuff going on. They've kind of got some other things going on in their life. Maybe they're creeping you on social media too because you've been creeping them, kind of seeing what's going on. So now you get to the actual invite. You've had a conversation with these people. Maybe it's been over a couple of days, kind of seeing what's going on. And you're just kind of like, okay, we've been talking, we know what's going on. And now you're like, okay, I'm going to ask them on the date. I'm going to ask them out, right? Okay, gonna do it. And then you start panicking and then you freeze up and then you forget to help them, right? Maybe. So how do you actually invite somebody? How do you word it is very, very, very important, because you don't want to say, hey, do you want to buy this? Because when you use words like buy, that person thinks you're doing what? You're selling, right? So instead, we want to invite them. We want to invite them to join us into this opportunity. So there's a couple of ways you can do it, a couple of tactics with that. So what you can do is, one thing that I like to do is, after forming somebody, they've told me a lot of things about them. Maybe they've told me they're a stay-at-home mom. Maybe they vented about something, about how they have a hard time getting out of the house or getting to the gym, or they've commented about me going to the gym. Okay, that's a place I can help them. Maybe they've talked about their job and how their hours are super demanding, or how their schedule is really unpredictable. Okay, that's another thing that Beachbody solves. Maybe they've talked about how they really love doing yoga, but they wish they could do more training, or they're running and they want more strength training involved. A lot of runners are really reliant just on that cardio. Maybe they've talked about how they're just not really motivated, how they want friends, or how they're just kind of feeling lost. Or maybe they've said, everything's great, life is good. You're not really sure how you can help them, but you've got a couple of ideas. So now what you do is you go back to those notes, right? Because we wrote everybody's name down on that list. So we have that list. So going back to your notes, you want to look on there and say, okay, what can I help them solve? What can I offer them? Or why would they do this with me? And then what I'd like for you to do, is you're getting in the habit of it. I do it mentally now, but there's times where I just like writing it down, is I write on my piece of paper, how can I help this person? What can I do? What can I offer for them? What is their need? How can I solve it? So that's the first thing you want to figure out on your own while you're thinking of them. And then you invite them. So there's a couple of ways to go about actually inviting somebody once you think you have an idea of their need. And if you don't quite know their need yet, that's okay too. It'll come up as you're talking with them. So what I like to do is say these couple of words. Have you ever considered? That's all you got to say, is have you ever considered ... Instead of saying, would you like to sign up for this? Or do you want to buy this? Or all of that kind of stuff. What I like to do is just, while I'm talking to people, I'll just say genuinely, hey, I feel like it's really, really great that we just caught back up. This is kind of weird for me because, hello, sending an invite is kind of weird, right? So if you feel weird, say it's weird. Hey. So say, hey, this is kind of weird, or I don't know if this is too forward of me, but have you ever considered jumping in on one of my boot camps? Or have you ever considered doing this next nutrition challenge with me? I think somebody with your positive energy would be great in a group like this. So when you're inviting, you don't want to just say, do you want to do this? What you want to say is, one, have you ever thought about this? Or would you like to? The way that I approach it mentally is, I think about it like I'm asking somebody to go to the movies with me. Going to the movies is a little bit of an investment. Costs a little bit more money. You're probably going to spend about $15 because, popcorn, right? you need at least 3 hours out of their day. Maybe they need to get a sitter for the kids. Maybe the kids want to come, then it's an even bigger investment. They've got a lot going on. So you're thinking about like, hey, I wonder if this person would like to see this movie. Like, hey, Angela, I heard, like, I remember you were talking about how you really like horror movies. I do too. I was thinking about going to go see this movie. You want to see it with me? So, or you can say, you know, hey, Jessica, I am really thinking about doing, or I'm signing up for this fitness program. Sorry, my dog just licked my leg. I'll just leave that in the video. So, other type of invite. Hey, Jessica, I'm starting this at-home workout program, and what you said earlier about just being so busy and not being able to get to the gym made me think this might be something you'd like to do. Have you ever considered working out from home? And kind of see what people say. You don't have to say, I'm a Beachbody coach. You don't dare tell somebody they need to lose or gain weight. They know. People know that. Instead, you just want to invite them to your opportunity and see kind of what's happening for them, where they're at with it, and just have that ask, but have that filter in your head that you're just inviting somebody to go to the movies. If somebody doesn't want to go to the movies with you, does your world end? Like, no, maybe they already saw the movie. Maybe they already had some friends go. Maybe they can't go that day that you want to go. You don't get all butthurt about it. Instead, what you do is say, okay, no problem. So put that same filter on and be thinking about when you invite somebody to the movies, when you invite somebody to a group. If they're saying no, it's not your fault. They say no, it's not a no, not yet. But what you have to do first is invite from the heart. And how you do that is inviting based on the need that they've told you about. Hey, Letitia. Hey, Letitia. I remembered what you said about healthy recipes. And I've been in this group where we have been working on our fitness and sharing different healthy recipes. And you are just such a great cook. Have you ever thought about jumping in an online community like this? I'd love to have you in mind. It's as simple as that, is just seeing what people say and then waiting for their feedback. So that's how you invite. You don't have to say a cold invite. A cold invite, I think, is more of if you haven't talked to them in a while, but you've already been forming with these people on your list, maybe for a couple of days, maybe for a couple of weeks before you invite them. And then you send the invite and you wait and see what happens. But that's how you do it. Swallow that fear and just go. It's terrifying at first, but it is amazing. You would not be here if somebody did not invite you here. And I think about what a mentor of mine says. Her name's Summer Tucker. And she said something that just completely stuck with me. She says, you cannot hold someone else's future captive in your mouth. So like, if you feel like you can genuinely help somebody in this, you've got to say something to them. You've got to help them. No matter what they may say, all you're doing is extending a hand out and saying, hey, I'd like to help you, and then moving on from there. So as we think about that, as we consider inviting and moving through this phase, just have that in the back of your mind. You can't hold somebody's future captive in your own mouth. And it's just like you're inviting somebody to the movies, but you should probably know what kind of movie they want to see first to invite them. And that's how you do that, through forming. So, time to invite.